And I'll even give a real world food example. The way that the food law works, when you buy, let's say, orange juice, right? And it says, I'll make it up, 90 milligrams of vitamin C per serving. The way that the law works is that to be true to label, at the end of shelf life, that amount needs to be still detectable in a serving of the orange juice. So, what beverage companies do, because the minute you open up an orange juice, even if it's in a refrigerator, air starts to get to it. So, oxidation of antioxidants occur. There's a concomitant lowering of vitamin C content on a daily basis after it's opened. So, they put in what's known as overage. So, if I put in right now, the first serving may have 200 milligrams of vitamin C per serving, but by the time you get to the bottom, which and if it was the shelf life that's on expires by, you're you're going to get at most that. So that's supplemental because that's fortifying it so that it will meet a label claim.
You mentioned labels though, and I think that's a really important point. So there's nutrition facts labels, like you're mentioning on food. There's also dietary supplement labels. Can you walk me through the difference and some of the development there over time?
We have a nutrition facts panel which we find on foods, and you have a supplement facts panel, abbreviated SFP, that we find on dietary supplements. By law, these labels have to be on the product in order, for a number of reasons, to clarify to the consumer what it is, and then also to tell the consumer what's in the product, and then certain mandated aspects. So it tells the consumer what is the product, how much is the serving, how many, what is the actives in the product, if you will, and a whole bunch of other mandated information.
There is this rhetoric out there that I hear a lot. It drives me crazy. I bet it drives you crazy, which is, supplements aren't regulated, so they're not really safe. We don't really know what's in them. And I hear people say that, and I push back every time. How do you approach that, and how would you myth bust?
I frequently hear the same commentary or question. So the regulatory framework for dietary supplements falls under the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. The specific act which made dietary supplements an FDA regulated commodity, if you will, is the Dietary Supplement Health Education Act, which was signed into law by Congress and the President in 1994. So there is regulations that are on the books. Now, as related to this, in 1969, the Food and Drug Administration actually established good manufacturing practices, which is codified in the Code of Federal Regulations, which were the basis for food manufacturing. Dietary supplements are regulated as a subset of foods, food ingredients. For dietary supplement ingredients to also be in part compliant with Part 117, which is hazard analysis and risk based preventive controls in manufacturing, to help prevent, unwanted pathogens from getting in a product. So FDA regulations have been in place, and it's up to any manufacturer, pharmaceutical, food, beverage, cosmetic, that they are following the good manufacturing practices guidelines or laws by the FDA. And that if they do, then the products will meet the federal quality and safety standards.